Show me I'm too small, nigga. Man, you selling dope. Yeah, you ain't hurt. Blow back. You too small, nigga.
All right, Coach. U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
What you talking about?
Go.
Go.
You up, baby.
Come on, boy. You better be right. You scared of it? Check Nick.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 27, Luck. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Love. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And these guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And it's now a 7-0 game. Down after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio.
21-10, nigga.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Nah, I don't play this shit either, nigga. But I do want to beat this nigga though. Nah, it's all right. Nah, I ain't doing it. Nah, I ain't doing it. I want you the whole thing.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The
He
last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Man. Keep your head up. Keep your head up, man.
Here's 2nd and 8. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now?
I'm going to play whoever.
I don't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown. I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan.
Yes,
I hear you. In practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan.
I'm not leaving. I'm the winner, nigga. So you control who plays who, nigga. Is what I'm saying, nigga. My nigga, I'm still on the court. You control who plays who, nigga. What are you saying? You want your lick back, nigga? Come on. Nigga, I'm not going nowhere.
Now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense.
Man, you control who plays who.
Remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Oh, nigga, that's going to be the wrong thing. You a Q versus us, nigga. Take it, Neil.
They'll run on first down. Scott. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
He can't hear you. He said...
Check 50, check 50. Check 52.
He said he see. Ah, yeah, he can hear you. You just can't hear him. You know how that works.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And his throw here's incomplete. Jeff Swain, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
It's a gain of 4 there and gives them a new set of downs. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
But we saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. That ball complete to Isabella. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Back up. Back up.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to go up. Touchdown, Packers. From 21 yards away as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kicks away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed, what you were looking for.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You got to let that happen, guys.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. So 2nd and long, you got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
They'll look to throw here. And he finds Jimmy Graham. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Green Bay.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. These two teams all tied after one.
That's it, baby. We gonna work. Here we go. Set. Race don't travel. Race don't travel. Sit down.
They'll set up to throw. Open man here is Scott, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Check.
Yes, brother, we can play it good.
2nd and 2. And with a flag down, he goes down.
Nigga, I'm gonna keep talking,
So
nigga. Fuck are you talking about,
the
nigga?
penalty looks like it could be holding.
Nigga, I wasn't
Let's
talking to
find
you,
out.
nigga. You talking about little man and me,
So
nigga. You were
take
never
the
little man
sack
me,
instead of
nigga.
the
Fuck
penalty.
are you talking
Takes
about,
another
nigga?
down off the
Nigga,
series.
you were never little man me, nigga. I'm gonna keep talking,
wanna tell the
nigga.
guy
You ain't gonna
just got the
stop me
sack
from
that it no
talking, nigga.
longer
You got life
counts?
fucked up,
No,
nigga.
not at all.
Fuck you talking about, nigga. Nigga, I don't give a
The holding penalty, that puts him in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal.
I've been real, nigga. Watch your head, donkey. Fuck are you talking about, nigga? Nigga, you didn't give me nothing, nigga. I took it, nigga, and I'm gonna keep
Now
taking
back
it,
to
nigga.
throw. He'll get this off to
Nigga,
Jamal
I'm gonna keep
Williams.
taking it, nigga.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the
Fuck
5
me shit,
at the
nigga.
6. Able to hold him to
Yeah,
just
dog
2
is. Get the
yards,
fuck
and
outta
now
here.
it's 4th and goal.
Little
So
never
now the
little man,
Packers
me. Give me
turn
my
things over to the
motherfucking ball
special
back,
teams crew.
nigga.
They're on for the field
Fuck
goal
you
try.
talking about, nigga?
From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed
Show
good.
me I'm little, nigga.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
Show me I'm little, nigga.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And a nice
Show me
return
nothing.
sets him up
Give me my
pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things
How ugly is
balance
it
out.
gonna get?
Right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar
a whole lot
and
of talking,
diet
nigga.
soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really
Nigga,
true,
it won
right?
a game.
Because the
What you
interception,
talking
that
about?
sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out
Yeah,
now.
nigga, you
and
doing
put
a lot
together
of
some
talking,
nice
nigga.
plays.
You doing a lot of talking, nigga.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Switch, switch, switch. Hey, switch on him. Switch gears. Back. Switch, switch.
Now Mostert.
Nothing. Ain't talking about the
A
goddamn
gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
goddamn thing. Move,
And there we
nigga.
saw one of the
You ain't talking
downsides of
about a
blitzing during a
goddamn thing.
rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Let's go, Mexico. Shit, watch the shit. Topper. Hurry.
Block on 3rd down. The open man is Smith. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific
Fuck, I'm
athletes. A
pissing you
lot
off,
of them
nigga. Who are
maybe
you?
were wide receivers
What you
at one
talking
point.
about?
They continue to
Nigga,
give you
nigga,
speed,
fuck about pissing
great
you off,
hands,
nigga. You ain't
and
nobody,
big
nigga.
bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Pissing you off. Dunk all on your rims. Goddamn right.
Now a first down throw. Luck. Going deep for Diggs. It's caught at the 10. And he will score.
I've been giving it to you all day, nigga. What you talking
Stephon
about?
Diggs with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio.
See how I played it.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Start it up, nigga. Big dog. Start it up, nigga. 21-6, nigga. Start it up, nigga.
And his throw is incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Motherfucking
Wolf,
21-6,
nigga. Quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things.
I'm coming raw and uncut, nigga, and I stand on that, nigga. Fuck you talking.
He'll drop to throw. This one caught by Isabella. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Wait for the rebound, JP.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Hey, you got 3, three down.
He'll look to throw. And he finds his tight end, Graham. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
A gain of 14. And a Packer first down.
Watch your head.
Down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Good work, boy. Let's go.
Watch your head.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Like a bitch.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
That motherfucking release is just different.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
On first down, it's Scott. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
It's not what I was
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's Isabella open on the right side. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
God bless.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Alert 3. 80 weapon. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Hey. Wide. Get wide. Right there. Ready.
Back to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get a field goal range.
Yeah, you get the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
They're not ready for this. They still
Drops on you.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
Now it's Love. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. The final shot before the break. Luck. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
He's put that right.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
the ball, JP. Still the ball.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Here's Mostert. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
This shit's crazy. Hold on real quick. You ain't fucking with that.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Luck. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson.
No need for that interception.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
All right, I'm ready.
What the pitch this
Set, ready.
They keep dunking this shit on me.
Squeeze, get in there. 564 weeks.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And able to find Graham. Complete. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have retaken the lead.
I didn't even know they called fouls on this bitch.
Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Hey, dog.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
Why is this nigga?
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys are set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, that totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Motion, 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 motion.
This is
Damn,
Mostert.
trouble.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got you, boy. Check, boy. On.
Luck now to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 43 yards.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mostert. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Luck. And this is going to be intercepted.
That's a pick. No.
Kevin King with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
No,
now the defense.
I can't challenge that. I can't fucking challenge that.
Use the first of their timeouts.
God,
that'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
That was not a pick, man. I'm disappointed in y'all, man. This is on simulations.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game almost non-existent. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back. And they'll indeed keep possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. And able to find Kirk complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Scott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. The Packers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw here. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll look to throw here. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I remember a coach told me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Packers on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Looking deep downfield. Incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions. Yeah,
and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Switch. Go ahead. Kill.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll fake it.
Oh,
Now
I did not
blitz
do
coming,
that.
and down he goes.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to look deep down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That one good for 37 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Check 31, check 31. 66. Bullet ride. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. You better bring it. You better bring it.
They'll run on 1st down. Scott wiggles free. He won't go down. 20.
So this man. I got him out here breaking all these fucking pockets. Niggas got food dead the fucking right.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Boston Scott, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Play action. It's locked. That's into the hands of Edwards. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's locked. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 2nd and 10, Locke. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one good for 26 and a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's Locke. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
He's crossing. He's checking.
Again, Locke. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
I'm like, bro, hold on.
Off of play action, Locke. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Locke. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Mike 55, Mike 55. I don't think you got it, son. Mike 55, Mike 55.
2nd and 10. And it's intercepted at the goal line. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their
we
last
gotta
points
get
of
our
the game?
shit
No,
together, dog.
what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room,
It's a different
it certainly
team.
worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Packers, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
They ain't let me react on like 3, 4 kids.